Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So I came down with something right around Christmas time, which anyway, hopefully I am back, but if I sound a little stuffed up, that is why. Anyway, today we are going to be continuing on with Vlogmas. We'll probably be doing it until the end of January at this point because I did get a little bit delayed. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos. And let's get right into this new Nars Sweets. It's called the Nars Sweet Sensations Collection. I already have the Sensual Shine, the Afterglow Sensual Shine lipsticks. I have all the shades except for the new ones, and then I also have done a review on the Afterglow liquid blushes, and again I have all of those shades as well. So if you want to check out those videos to see what the formula is like on the Afterglow liquid blush and the Afterglow Sensual Shine lipstick, definitely check those videos out. I will link them up above somewhere. And then also we are going to be taking a look at the new product, which is the Sweet Sensations Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette. Now, this did launch on December 24th. I think it's kind of crazy that these makeup brands are doing like all of these launches right around the holiday or before or after, but I do like to review the newest NARS launches if I can. The eyeshadow palette was only $60, which I felt like was, you know, mid-range, not as expensive as it could have been. They didn't come out with a blush palette this year. Typically, they will come out with a eyeshadow palette and a blush palette after the new year, so maybe that's still to come. But anyway, today we're going to be specifically looking at the new NARS eyeshadow palette. And yeah, let's get right into this and take a look at the claims. It says a limited edition palette of 12 eyeshadows in romantic rose, peach, and neutral tones. 12 colors to crave irresistible gaze. Create endless eye looks with a romantic rose, peach, and neutral shadows curated in delightfully pink limited edition palette for sultry smolder. Build and blend impeccably enhanced eyes with high impact color and tempting textures, including buttery matte, smooth satin, gleaming glitter, shimmer, and sparkling finishes. Undeniably enticing, satisfyingly sweet, eye candy awaits. All right, so there is the Adoration shade, which is a satin champagne, Amorous, which is a sparkling gold, Blaze, a metallic sanguine, Hot Rod, a sparkling burnished orange, Magnetism, a matte rust pink, High Stakes, a shimmery rose pink, Take a Shot, a matte cinnamon, Frisky, a glittering amethyst, Mood Swing, a matte chestnut, Pure Bliss, a satin cotton, Midnight, a matte espresso, and Nitro, a sparkling deep brown. This is limited edition, and it is 1.2 grams times 12-month shelf life, and it is made in Canada. Here is what the outside packaging looks like. And oh, whoops, here is the inside. Right off the cuff, these do look very similar to other NARS palettes, but hopefully it'll be beautiful in the eyes. So I'm just gonna go in with some swatches. Whew. NARS palettes never disappoint, I will say that. Oh, this feels really nice. For some reason, I always thought that their palettes were made in Italy, but I guess they are made in Canada. All right, so here is the, let me get a better swatch of that last shade, which I believe is Hot Rod. All right, so here is the first row. I think this actually is available typically, like now into the second row. They only have it available either at like Ulta or Sephora at the same time, but I do think that this one is available at NARS, Sephora, and Ulta's site, which is really neat. I like it when they're available, you know, at all of the websites. And I think I saw this in store at Sephora as well, so it is available in store. I'm not sure if it's available at Ulta in store yet or just online. But there's the second row. Okay, and now on to the final row, which appears to be mostly mattes. Okay, so that's not a matte. It's actually really creamy. All of these shades feel super, super buttery. All right, so there is the final row. Okay, can't wait to test these out on my, like Nars, I feel like is one of the few eyeshadow palettes that it's like, you know, it's gonna look amazing on the lids no matter what look you create. And I could have sworn that their palettes used to be made in Italy. The quality, it feels like they're made in Italy. So let me know down below, all you Nars fans, if they changed something, like, because I feel like they're still made in Italy, but maybe they switched their lab or something, like their manufacturer to Canada. I don't know, but they feel really good, like they're made in Italy. And I always thought their palettes were made in Italy. So I've been confused about this for a while now. Okay, I think we'll do like 2 looks, one on each side. First, I'm gonna go in with this matte shade right here. Oh wow, that's a lot. Wow. Okay, that's a lot richer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be lighter than that, but that's all right. I mean, do you guys see, like, the blend is just so effortless. With Nars palettes, it's just unbelievably, just so easy to use, so beautiful and rich. Did I dip into the wrong shade? Because I feel like, no, that's the right shade. I feel like that is like, I thought it was going to be more of a pinky color, but it's definitely more of like a deeper tone. Okay. All right, now I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Oh, honestly, like, I love this look by itself. I don't even feel like I need a shimmer shade. I do wish there was a lighter matte shade. Just because this is like, I think the lightest matte shade. All right. I'm gonna go in with this shade with my finger, which all the shade names are on the back, you guys. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. This is like a satiny shimmer. It's not completely shimmer. Whew. That is really pretty. And now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. On the inner corner, I just wanna try to brighten it up a little bit if I can. Alright, I'm just gonna go underneath of the eyes now. That is super pretty. All right, I don't even know what to do on the other side now. This side is like so just dynamic and rich, and I'm really blown away. I wanted to do something lighter, but I think I'm gonna end up having to do something deeper. I guess I'll just go in with these two matte shades, this one and this one, the ones that I haven't used yet, going in first with the more sort of terracotta orange one. Gosh, these shades are deep. Yeah, see, this is gonna look exactly like the other side. I wish they had given us a little bit more variation with the matte shades. If you are like a copper bronzy sort of a gal or a lover, then you will probably love this palette. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this deep brown shade. I do want this side to look different. Maybe I should smoke it out a little bit. Did everybody have a good holiday? I know the holidays are still kind of going on. Anyway, I hope you guys did. You'll have to let me know down below. Did you get anything good, or did you just kind of lay low? We kind of laid low this year. Oh, I do love that brown though. Okay, gonna go in with more brown. There is some fallout, but like honestly guys, what eyeshadow palette doesn't have fallout these days, right? All right, I'm trying to like switch it up a little bit and make the two sides look a little bit different. All right. I feel like that's gonna look, I guess we'll go in with, should I go in with, that's gonna be too copper. I guess I'll go in with this gold shade. Right here, this one up top. Only because I just don't, well, I don't want it to look the same. Oh, that is beautiful. I love NARS shadows, how they just melt. They literally just melt, and like you don't have to do anything. I'm gonna go in with this like light shade now. I don't know if that's gonna lighten it up or not. Right in the inner corner. Okay. Yeah, it did lighten up. All right, good. Let's just soften up those edges. I'm gonna go back in with the deep brown shade. Wow, that is beautiful. Okay, you guys, so we are back. I did sort of try to even up the eyes. Even though we did 2 different looks, I kind of wanted to like get them somewhat looking the same just for that good old thumbnail. Gotta love it, right? Anyways, I put some lashes on. We put some MAC lipstick, some Nars blush, and overall, and some mascara. And overall, like, I at first was thinking, so my final thoughts, I guess, would be like, at first I was thinking, okay, this palette looks like just like every other Nars palette. And yeah, it does kind of look like every other Nars palette when you're just looking at it up close. But I have to say, I think that I will go ahead and not return this after all, because I think it is very just beautifully rich and has a lot of depth and a lot of dimension. And I love how like beautiful and rich the looks came out. I don't know what it is about these shadows, but Nars eyeshadow palettes just look so beautiful in the eyes. Literally like effortless blend. You don't even have to do anything. If you're somebody who is not good at blending out eyeshadows, then I definitely recommend getting a Nars palette. Even if it's not this one, just testing one out at some point, because they are so easy to work with, and honestly they look so good no matter what you do on the eyes. Like, it's impossible to mess up and have a horrible looking look when you use Nars eyeshadow palettes. So I do really like this. I do think, although it looks very similar to other Nars palettes, I do think it's very different. It's got a lot of depth and dimension. And I do feel like if you are somebody, especially that, I think it works for any skin tone, but especially if you're somebody that finds like Nars shadows are a little too light, if you need something richer and deeper, this is gonna be definitely it. And the bronzy sort of like burnt terracotta, like, I wouldn't even say it's neutral, because it's just so rich that it doesn't even come off as a neutral palette. It's absolutely stunning on the eyes. So I'm actually really, really happy with this palette. Every shade, I used every shade, and they all worked beautifully. And I think you can get some really pretty like wintry, sultry looks from this palette. So that's my final thoughts. Again, this is $60. And I believe you can get it at Nars' website, Sephora, in-store and online, and Ulta online. Not sure about in-store yet. So anyway, that is my final thoughts on this new Sweet Sensations Afterglow. What is this called? Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette, but it's part of the Sweet, I think it's called Sweet Sensations collection, which, like I said, I already have if you're interested in picking up those newer shades, take a look at my video, because they are very similar, and the formula, you won't be disappointed. I guess if you were thinking about picking up the blush or the lipstick and you want to check out my reviews on those, feel free, and I will link those down below. I am out of it, you guys. I'm like on Dayquil and NyQuil, and so pardon me for being a little bit behind the 8 ball, but if you haven't already, don't forget to comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. I hope you guys are all having a good holiday.